Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to talk an interesting topic. The history of fraction. It will cover ancient beginnings, Babylonian fractions, Chinese and Indian contributions, medieval Europe, decimal fractions, modern perspective. Fractions are very old. They date back to ancient civilizations such as the Egyptians, Babylonians, and Chinese. Early humans needed fractions for dividing food, land, and resources. Egyptians used fractions almost exclusively in the form of unit fractions, like 1/2, 1/3, 1/4. They rarely wrote general 2/5 directly, instead writing sums of unit fractions, 2/5 equal to 1/3 plus 1/15, approximately. Here is the evidence. The Rhine mathematical papyrus, around 1650 BC, contains over 80 fractional calculations. The Rhine Mathematical Papyrus, RMP, also designated as Papyrus British Museum 10057, PBM 10058, and Brooklyn Museum 37.1784 EB, is one of the best-known examples of ancient Egyptian mathematics. It is one of two well-known mathematical papyri, along with the Moscow Mathematical Papyrus. The Rhine Papyrus is the larger, but younger, of the two. Babylonians, about 1800 BC, used a sexagesimal system, base 60, for fractions. They could represent numbers like 1/2 as 30/60, 1/3 as 20/60. This system influenced time measurement. 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute, 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour. Ancient Chinese texts, like the 9 chapters on the mathematical art, circa 200 BC, 200 C, show fraction tables and methods for solving problems with fractions. Indian mathematicians, around 5th to 7th century C, used fractions in astronomy and algebra, and they developed decimal fractions early on, which was revolutionary. Fractions arrived in Europe via Arabic translations of Indian and Greek texts. By the 12th to 13th century, Europeans used fractions with numerators and denominators, writing 1/2, 3/4 in a more familiar form. Fibonacci's Liber Abaci, 1202, helped popularize fractions in Europe, especially for trade, currency, and measurements. Decimal fractions, like 0.5 for 1/2, were first systematically described by Simon's Devine in 1585. This made calculations easier than using traditional fractions. Over time, decimal notation replaced cumbersome unit fractions in science, engineering, and commerce. Today, fractions are fundamental in arithmetic, algebra, probability, and calculus. Fractions are understood as ratios, A over B, division, A divided by B, points on the number line. Both fractions and decimals are essential for precise measurement and real-world calculations. Fun fact: the ancient Egyptians' love for unit fractions was so strong that they rarely wrote fractions like 2/3 as a single symbol. They would decompose it into 1/2 plus 1/6. It is time to come to end our topic. Next, I will talk the history of zero, negative, imaginary, complex, constant e, constant pi, and imaginary I, and so on. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.